All right, I will watch it. I will watch this. Let's check this out.
Final
You gonna
Fantasy
raid? Yeah,
XIV
sure.
is very popular.
Sorry, yeah, let me finish that conversation before I move on to this. So, yeah, so apparently he says he's just going to raid, and just raid. Yeah, he doesn't want to do the MSQ, he just wants to raid. Cool. That's sick, though. That's awesome. Maybe he'll want to do some content with me, actually, when he's going through it. That'd be really neat if we got a ultimate together. That'd be very cool.
Final Fantasy XIV is very popular for various reasons. And during its 500 hours of life-changing story, you meet amazing characters, become a little bit bisexual, and go to some rather cool cities. And one of these cities is Kugane. Home to the Kugane Tower and its infamous jumping puzzle.
Dude, he's so good.
On your first visit to Kugane, it is tradition to attempt to climb the tower. For some people, it takes only minutes to beat, and others simply give up and still haven't completed it to this day. And yes, their parents are very disappointed in them. The tower features several jumps where falling completely resets your progress, and as you rapidly descend towards the ground, your friends will be watching. And that is where I come in. As Heavensward had just finished ripping my heart out of my chest, I was ready to start Stormblood and arrive at Kugane. I've heard stories of this place. I'd hear my friends complaining about the tower and how hard it was. The dog in me was ready for a real challenge.
I love how all of his friends are just hot cat girls. I like it. It's good. He's got good friends. By the way, sorry, I didn't say. So I destroyed the oldest world record in FF14 from PINT from 6 months ago. Wow, okay.
And I would sniff it out, no matter the cost. My first climb took me 16 minutes. A pretty respectable time. I was satisfied and confident that I was in fact good at video games, and that someday a girl might talk to me. As all the other streamers took
did it in 16
over
minutes first
16
time?
minutes, here I was.
Hey, it only took this guy 15 minutes.
Oh, well, that's fine. It wasn't fine. Hearing my chat say this lit a flame in my heart. I am a very competitive person, and I could not let myself get bested by the likes of a live streamer. So the next day, I climbed the tower in 4 minutes. Are you happy now, Twitch chat? Hey, Twitch chat, where'd you get those cool clothes, by the way? Oh, we got them from pint.gg, link in the description. However, I didn't stop there. I wanted to go even further. Which is where this gets interesting, because that is when I searched the world record. There is no speedrun.com listing for Kugane Tower. Just a billion dungeon speedruns no one cares about. But there is YouTube, and that is where I found listing for Kugane Tower. Just a billion dungeon speedruns no one cares about. But there is YouTube.
Dancing Polish cow, 10 hours, and he's 3 hours and 47 minutes into. Nice. You're such a good boy for me. ASMR RP. Chat, how many of you have this in your recently viewed? You can be honest. You can tell me. No shame here, chat. We're all friends. How long did it... Not how long. No, wait. That's the Kugane Tower. It's in your history, isn't it? Give me a little Twitch Prime, chat. You're such a good boy for me.
That is where I found him.
Wait, was that the echo? Wait, we've not echoed in so long. Thank you, good boy, Adrian. Thank you, Adrian. I appreciate that. Very kind of you, good boy. Dude, we have not echoed in so long in this game. What happened to the echo? They just gave up on it, didn't they?
5 long years ago, there was one man who dominated Kugane Tower. His name was Emo Otakon. 3 days after the release of Stormblood, he set the world record at just under a minute. And then, over the course of only a single month, he lowered the world record to 43.58 seconds. A time that has never been broken since. I could find nothing to contest this time, not even close. Emo Otakon was the undefeated champion since the tower's release. In those 30 days, he set a record that would stand for 5 years. This is unacceptable. How could the world record be held by a male Ora? The worst race in the game. No. This title belonged to a little guy. To Lally Ho and Lally show the world how it's done. This is what people should see when they think Queen of Kugane Tower! And so I set out, to go where none had gone before, not even him. And so I began my research, during which I came to a shocking revelation. One that would have the entire community in pitchforks against me. A truth that would render the hearts of every streamer broken and sundered. The infamous Kugane Tower. That dastardly Kugane Tower that gripped so many poor souls
His videos
with
are
fear
so goddamn
is
good.
kind of easy. So maybe streamers are just throwing for content. But between you and me, this tower is a little baby tower. The start is pretty fucking annoying, but after a while you can kind of do it without thinking, but it still is annoying to fall. I hate it. It's the worst part. The part after is so easy, even my kitten could do it. Ow. Peg wall beta. Might give you some trouble, but the jumps have very little variance and can kind of be cheesed. On the top is the dreaded roof, which is just kind of weird sometimes. After that, there's Peg Wall Mini, which is for babies. Look at how easy this is. After that, the run starts to get a little more quirky. Peg Wall Alpha. Possibly the hardest part of the run, and where most of my runs ended. The peculiar spacing of the pegs. The invisible
How is he
walls
jumping
all
like
over
that?
the fucking place. And clearing this brings you to the Shrimbly Bimbly section. Fuck it, that's what I'm calling this part. Here, a single misplaced jump will send you to the bottom. And while it looks rather scary, the jumps are actually pretty easy. And this will take you to the balcony of hope, where you need to quickly make a single tricky jump, risking it all, hoping that you don't bump into this wall. Until the rooftop of the heavens. A place only gods can know. You are safe now. And with some forgiving geometry, you are left staring at the clock as you complete some final, simple jumps. And if I could perfect all this, I could complete the tower consistently and quickly. And if I could do that live on stream, then thousands of people would be dazzled, marveled even, by my nimble feet and pure finesse. So now I just needed to break the undefeated 5-year-old record. And luckily, I had a trump card. Dancer and Reaper. 2 classes that weren't in the game 5 years ago. In fact, Reaper was only added to the game earlier that week. And both classes allow me to dash. Epic Celeste reference. It wouldn't trivialize the run, but it would shave off a couple seconds. But horizontal movement only gets you so far. Because a lot of the run is about going up the tower and not fucking across it, idiot. To jump good, you have to sort of angle yourself into the wall. Depending on the angle, your jump will be shorter. And that was it. No other tricks to improve the run. The rest would have to come down to pure skill. And so more prepared than my previous attempts, I climbed. And it paid off quickly.
Oh, I suck
In my
at this
first
game, though.
hour, I got a time of 1 minute 28 seconds. By
Wow.
the second hour, it was 1 minute 05.
Wow.
22 seconds away from the record. Progress was fast, and I was committed.
But it's gonna
I
slow
was
down.
starting to think this whole world record thing might just be obtainable. After all, it only took this random guy a month to set a record. How hard could it be? Endwalker. Arguably the best piece of content in Final Fantasy history, and it was released 5 days ago. While my friends explored new worlds, I was here, climbing. Random people watching as I would ascend the tower, only to fall again. I was like a cryptid, saying nothing, just climbing.
Just climb, man.
And yet, my best time was still 1 minute 05. But I kept pushing, because each run it was abundantly clear that I had messed up. So if I simply didn't
Mess
fail,
up. Yeah, don't fail.
I would have a personal record. But after almost a week of solid grinding, I finally made some progress.
Dude, this song is sick.
59 seconds. My first sub-minute run. But I figured before the 4th day was up, I could do better. But I needed to put my mind at ease if I really wanted a perfect run. So, I closed my eyes and imagined this video's sponsor, the Poggers free-to-play action game War Thunder. One of my favorite free-to-play games available on PC, Xbox, PlayStation, and Mac. Wow, this run's already amazing. Thanks, War Thunder. War Thunder includes vehicles from 10 nations, such as Great Britain, USSR, USA, Germany, Japan, China, France, Italy, Sweden, Israel, and most importantly, Great Britain. Oh my god. Is that a variety of land, sea, and air vehicles that you can play as in War Thunder? Wow, there's so many different kinds. Wait a minute.
I hope that he's making a lot of money from these people because... Come on,
Is that the new brand new French fleet from the
Like-
latest up?
Imagine me doing this. I'd just be like, hey guys, check out this game. It's cool. Nice, thanks.
Date led by the battleship Paris, the legendary BTR-80, and the SU-39. Oh, right, the speedrun. In the past, I struggled with Pegwall Alpha, but now I've improved significantly. Just like War Thunder's graphics have improved significantly this update, making fights far more realistic. Oh no, the scrimbly-bimbly section. What if I fall? Well, looks like I'm gonna need some backup. Well, if it isn't my old friend, the Tornado F3 fighter jet. Yippee! If you download War Thunder for the first time for free, you'll receive 100k Silver Lions, a week to rent the legendary German ground vehicles, 3 permanent premium vehicles, XP boosters, a week of premium account, and some other bonuses. Check them out quickly in the description because the season of German gifts will end very soon. Wow, that was my best time yet. Thank you, Tornado F3 fighter jet. I'll always remember you. I had done it. A run with no falling. My best time yet.
Fantastic.
53 seconds. 10 seconds away from the world record. I should be proud. But that night I tucked myself into bed defeated. It took days to get here. I made no major errors, but I was still so far from the world record. My mechanical skill just wasn't comparable. The way Emo would float up the tower like a majestic butterfly. Oh, the waking moves. Perhaps I couldn't beat the record after all. Or perhaps I just needed some sleep. I decided to show my time to my stream. And as if overnight, I became a sensation. The world was flocking to my incredible Kugane Tower run. Guys, it's not a big deal. Okay, one more time. Most people had never seen a Kugane speedrun. To them, I was the world record. People would be talking about the tower and then be talking about me. They didn't care about Emo Otakon or his antics. I was praised as the guy who does Kugane Tower really fast. But, as it does, my glory...
Chat, am I going to become a Kugane speedrunner? I stand upon a precipice.
faded into obscurity.
So
As the next
Pokemon
big
just give it
thing
3 months.
came and went. The story of PINT and Kugane Tower forgotten. And I moved on. Or at least, that's what the world thought. In truth, I continued running Kugane Tower for days. But no matter how much time I put in, I couldn't get faster. I was simply not good enough. And so, I stepped down. And yet... there was still a fire burning within me. The dog in me was still ravenous. I needed to be better. So first, I needed strength. I still had jobs that were underleveled. So if I leveled Dancer to max level, I could dash twice more. I needed spirit. This was going to take time. I needed to make sure my mind was balanced. I smelled the flowers. I raided with friends. I snuggled up tight with my Y'shtola body pillow to soothe my mind between runs. I needed strategy.
This guy is insane, man.
Sun Tzu once said, "If you know thy enemy, use thy enemy's camera settings." I mimicked Emo's strategies to figure out why he used them. And as it turns out, jumps like this are actually easier with Legacy Camera. Using standard camera means you have to take a very tight jump around a corner blind. But Legacy allowed you to angle your camera and simply swoop around the corner really easy. However, I would end up being partly wrong about Emo's strategies. Speaking of which, I believe it's a good time to bring up a bit of dirt I got on all Emo here. Roll the tape. Okay, very nice. Clean. And stop. There. Back when Emo set the record, ninjas could only teleport to other players. That was later changed, and now ninjas can teleport anywhere they want. Even right behind you. Is using an ult cheating? Maybe. But as the gracious and very attractive famous YouTuber that I am, I shall overlook this transgression. But it does get you wondering, how is a man so dedicated that he makes an ult for this? Or at least gets a friend to stand there? With a brief look in the comments, he says it took 6 hours over 2 weeks to get his time. I've spent a bit longer than that, so is he just a natural talent? Perhaps he had experience in speedrunning before. Wait a minute. Who is this guy? Stop. I quit climbing, remember? All of this was just an idea, a plan, that I would surely get around to.
The emotion, honestly, I think this is better than Final Fantasy MSQ. I think I'm actually more invested. Like if Pint died, like if his character died, I think I'd cry. But I've not cried over any of the Final Fantasy characters. I think honestly, yeah, I think it's better than Final Fantasy MSQ.
I stepped away, and then months passed. I beat Stormblood. I beat Shadowbringers. The video took so long to make, I finished Endwalker now. Script says I got laid. Real zinger there, Script Pint. Very funny. I think I even convinced myself I had given up. Would it even be that good of a video? It probably wouldn't be worth the effort. There's probably a reason it's been standing for 5 years. And that reason might well be that simply no one cares about Kugane. And that I could live my life, letting Emo have
Where's Tataru? She probably wants a drink.
Other videos, other accomplishments. That is where I found comfort. Every now and then I'd go back. I would develop the best possible strategies for each section of the run. The perfect camera angles, the perfect jumps. Ready to take on the tower again, before inevitably quitting once more. I don't know what would really get me back on Kugane Tower. I don't know if I ever will. And so the dream died, and I forgot.
Eight months later.
The Moonfire Fair. a seasonal event that every year adds a new item and a questline. But this year, it also
got
added
addicted to
the
the jumping puzzle,
Moonfire
didn't he?
Tower.
Yep.
A jumping puzzle only available for the duration of the event.
Oh, God,
the
this
tower
was
was
hell.
last added 3 years ago, in 2019. And of course, in 2019, Emo Oticon got the world record. So in the spirit of my old rival, I thought it prudent to give it a try. The tower was tough, but I wasn't going for a world record. I just wanted a tweet that people would like. And like it, they did. Even Soken, the game's composer, liked the tweet. But there was a bigger player about to enter the scene. A player from Japan, known simply as Strawberry Cheese Tart.
Ooh.
On August 19th, 2022, she broke the world record by over 4 seconds. Her run of the tower was damn near flawless. But hardly anyone knows, for the only proof is a tweet with 100 likes. But she still did something great, even if the world didn't know. At least I did. For the first time in years, an Emo Oticon record was broken. She proved that gods can bleed. But I still had one question. How did this guy come out of nowhere and have all these records? No. Who is this guy? Who is Emo Oticon? Emo hasn't streamed in 5 years, but I wanted to see if I could find any clips of him progressing the tower. But all I could find is some clips of him being very good at Super Mario Odyssey. And this clip, with 2 names, one being the party member and the other him.
So this guy just really likes jumping, yes? He just plays any video game where you get to jump. Okay.
Over the years in speedrunning, sometimes the greatest speedrunners are completely forgotten about, as is the case with Pydoix, who was one of, if not the best Ocarina of Time speedrunner of his time, before he mysteriously vanished. You may have also known Pydo as Shaden, a legendary Mario Odyssey speedrunner who dominated the game for months, leaving his competition in the dust before vanishing once more. Who was this guy? What made him so special? And why did such an incredible speedrunner suddenly disappear and let himself slowly be forgotten over time?
Now we're getting
So
to the
this
meat.
is who I was dealing with. My rival was a long-lost speedrunning legend, a previous world record holder of Super Mario Odyssey and Ocarina of Time. And everything clicked. His camera was weird because he's using a controller. His times were so good because he's a prodigy with 11 years of speedrunning experience to boot. But perhaps the most curious thing about Pydoix is why he runs. He cares not for fame or glory. He does it for the passion of challenge, for the joy of breaking limits. And upon reflection, I considered, perhaps I was too focused on beating him. So concerned with comparing myself to someone better than me, that I had become so sure that I didn't have what it took to beat him. And so on an early autumn morning, I told him, I will beat this. And after 3 years of silence, he responded. And I started climbing again. But this wasn't like before. Something had changed. It was different. This time, I was watching Season 7 of Better Call Saul, and over the past few months, this old dog learned some tricks. I found more efficient spots to use my dashes and included Ninja's Blink. Blink here into Reaper Dash, use Peloton for a crumb of extra movement speed, dash here, and swap jobs to remove Peloton. Peloton again here, and remove it again here. Dash on the balcony, and then finally on the roof. This is the most efficient route for Kugane Tower, so now all that's left is to master it. And guess what I did on my first day back? 52 seconds, a new personal best. I was back. The next day I climbed again. All that I needed was a perfect run.
Guys, I don't want to be a speedrunner anymore, by the way.
It had been a week now, and I still didn't have a time better than 49 seconds. I was playing more reckless, taking every corner as fast as I could. And so at times, I fell. But I figured I'd need practice at the higher sections, so I didn't reset. I kept going, and despite falling during this run, 45 seconds. I was
That, by the way, is when it feels so good. Is not for like speedrunning. I don't have any knowledge of that, but like when you're trying to race for something and you mess up, and you still get a better time. So I did this with dragon riding in World of Warcraft. Actually, I had some really quick dragon riding times. When you mess up and you still get a quicker time, and you go, "Oh, hold on a minute." Hold on a minute.
just over 2 seconds away from emo. At this point, any run could be the one. I knew what a good run felt like. I could sense it.
Yes, and you get that feeling of
Start. Each peg wall and the scrimbly-bimbly section. I did them perfectly. If I make this jump, this could really be it. Could this be the run? I jumped too soon. .73 seconds. 15 milliseconds away. I was so close. I was so close. Do you really think I would quit right here, right now? No frickin' way, hombre. This was not a failure. This was confirmation that I could really do it. Now all I had to do was finish this. I grinded, I ground, and I grunned. 6 full hours I farmed until my body was tired, but my mind was also tired. I really wanted to go to bed. But it was all leading up to this. Emo, Strawberry, PINT, and Kugane Tower. Finally, I would have a world record, and all of my training would pay off. One more time. I frolicked up the staff and cleanly dashed across the roof. Then I scuttled on up to the top of Pegwall Beta and clipped the invisible wall. But I could still do it. I lost some time to this, but I gained some with my new strategies. So for this to work, I'd have to play beyond perfectly for the rest of the run. Pegwall Mini was a breeze, and Pegwall Alpha fell soon after. I cut through the scrimbly-bimbly section like butter. This was the cleanest I ever did these sections, but one section still remained. The Balcony of Hope.
whoa. Oh man, that looks so clean.
Emo Otacon was defeated. And I can finally put this tower behind me. And yes, the run wasn't perfect. I made mistakes, and it could certainly be broken again. But for now, I was the one who dethroned Pydoix. I rule this tower, and my record is yours. If you can take it, show me what you're made of! Hey, why don't you head on over to pint.gg and get yourself a t-shirt or stickers or something. I worked really hard to make the clothes actually good, and if you buy one, maybe I'll make a plushie, as long as there's no jars involved. Also, I'm playing FF16 on Twitch. Okay, love you, bye.
Bruh, no way. Okay, given that little, like, obviously... Okay, wait, Asmongold? Wait, what? Channel... No, what? Right, look at link in Asmongold video? What? Oh my god. I mean, the fact, yeah, and then it got broken immediately, didn't it? Dude, the fact that, I don't know, man. That's wild. Check, oh, what? Check description? Hold on.
Final Fantasy XIV.
That's so funny that, like, dude, that video's insane. Like, how deep this goes, you know? The fact that the emoticon is a speedrunner under, like, a new alias, and holy shit. Oh, emoted? Okay. Wait. Let me check this. Dude, that's like, what on earth? That's like the rabbit hole of YouTube that I love, man. When you just get down into the rabbit hole where it's like, it's just all that weird shit starts happening, you know? The smiley face response and everything, just like all of it, man. I love it. Right, so this was this after with just a smile? No way. Okay, so let me see. Oh, that's fast, man. The fact that the dude's just like, alright, y'all come beat it. Like 5 or 6 years after having done it. Oh my god. How do you jump like that? He doesn't even see where he lands. He's already just done the next jump. What? Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Hold on. Now that I've seen all of that, right, hold on. Okay, hold on. Okay, now that I've seen all of that, what can I do? Okay, someone time me. Okay, wait, I missed. Hold on. There's a peg there. Hold on. The sun was in my eyes. Okay. Hold on. The first peg is... Bro, the first peg is a different one. Okay? Hold on. We go again.